Yeah. All right, welcome guys. Happy Easter. We're now going to get into our Sunday strength conditioning session, okay? So what gear you may need for today, definitely we need a backpack. We'll also possibly need a box, dumbbells, and something to do dips on, so chairs, a box, anything like that. So we're gonna head over to the box and we're gonna go through a super couch stretch. So you just flip this down to this side. We're gonna take the top of that foot up onto the box, back knee down to the floor. We're just gonna hold this position for 1 minute, okay? So we get a nice stretch into that hip flexor. And then if you need to increase that, we can squeeze the butt and lean back a little bit more. And that's just gonna extend. I hope most of you are here to work out and you're not just sitting eating chocolate and watching me work out.
I'm not sure if it's true, but I did see a meme about like Chris Hemsworth giving away like free videos of working out.
Yeah.
But then there was like then another picture of like someone just sitting there and eating chocolate while watching Chris Hemsworth work out.
Oh, I can definitely picture that. There's probably a lot of people willing to watch Chris Hemsworth work out. All right, we're going to change sides. He's the second most ripped Avenger, yeah?
Yeah, like second strongest Avenger or whatever.
All right, so once you've done a minute on this side, we're now going to start warming up, okay? So if you've got 2 chairs, we can use this to use support holds. We're going to just do a 20-second support hold as our warm up, okay? So this is just to get the shoulders active. We're going to depress the shoulders down, feet together, and body tight with that core engaged. We're then going to release that. We're now going to do a drill that I call a squat down up, all right? So we're just going to grip our toes. We're going to pull the hips down, getting a nice stretch into the hips, and then push the hips back, getting the hamstrings, okay? So it's very good hip and hamstring mobility. All right, we're now going to go through 20 air squats, okay? So feet under the hips, we're just going to drive those knees out, sitting all the way down. And recover back to that top position and lock out. All right, once we've done with that, we're going to get into some alternating lunges, okay? So we'll just take a nice long lunge forward, back knee comes down to the floor, keeping that chest up, and alternate back to the top, locking back out. Once you finish these lunges, we're getting down for 10 push-ups, keeping those elbows tucked into the ribs, chest down the floor, and then drive. All right, we're then going to get into some ring rows or Australian pull-ups. If you have rings or the sheet or towel behind the door, you can use that. So just leaning right back. We're going to squeeze shoulder blades together, pull to the chest and back down to full extension. All right, so we're going to repeat that now for another round, okay? So back onto these squat down ups, again stretching out the hamstrings and the hips, okay? And every time you go back into that squat, you can pull the hips right down and you feel that really start to open up. All right, we're going to go back into some air squats. So for 20 reps, just again driving those knees out, show from the side, keeping that chest up, squatting all the way down, and recover back to that top position. All right, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we're now going to get back into our lunges for 20 reps. Back knee down to the floor and drive hard off that front leg to recover. $18, $19, and $20. Back into our push-ups, so we're just going to tuck those elbows back in, chest to floor. All right, and then lastly, back onto our ring rows. If you have a rigid bar, you could use this as well. And just hit Australian pull-ups. Bring that chest to the bar and back down. All right, warm up done. So for a bit of strength work today, guys, what we're going to do is start at 10 reps. We're going to perform 10 dips and 10 pistols, which is a single-legged squat. We'll then do 9 of each. 8 of each, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, until you're done, okay? So this is a good little shock method. You end up doing 55 reps of each movement, and you don't get any rest in between, okay? So you just keep chipping away. Makes it very tough. So I'm going to take you through all of the movements now. For our dips, if you have access to rings at home, by all means you can use them. So you'll just jump to the top of those rings, pinning the elbows in. You'll then lower down, leaning forwards, and drive back up to extension. If you have dip bars or something like that, feel free to use that also, okay? So just jump to the top, elbows back, chest forward, and drive. Now, we can also use the chair set up like this. Just be careful that you don't flip those chairs inwards, okay? So you might need a little bit of a gap there. Keep trying to drive out on those chairs, and then you can perform that dip here. Now, if you need an alternative to that, The next thing we can use is a box or a bench or another chair. And this makes things a little easier. So we can have the legs extended, can lower down, and drive back up to lockout. Or we can bend those knees, getting a little more leg assistance. And that'll help with our dip lockout. Next, we're going to have some alternatives to pistols. So I'm going to take you through a lot of different movements that we can use. So you're going to start with your heel hard against the box. You're going to push the hips back, leaning right forwards. Sit down to that box and then stand back up, keeping that front leg fully elevated. So this would be the easiest variation of that, okay? We can now flip this box up, making it just a little bit harder. We can stand on top of that box. What we're going to do is squeeze our foot hard into the side. We're going to lean the arms right forward. I'm going to push my bum back, hitting a full depth squat, and recover back to the top, okay? So this is another fantastic alternative. And then you'll just change sides and hit the other leg. All right? If you need a bit more of a challenge than that, we can do it with the front leg elevated. So we're squatting without basically any assistance, and you're just doing it with a flat heel. So we're just going to rotate this hip up, which is going to elevate that heel more, reach out in the opposite direction, and then squat and stand. Okay, so we're still keeping that front leg elevated, and that allows us to get that pistol done without that heel coming back to the floor. All right. So guys, I'll give you a moment to get everything set up, and then we'll get into it, okay? Oh, you don't have to pause it, it's so good. So you may just need a box or a chair, something like that, and something to do your dips on, whether you have a box, whether you have rings, dip bars at home, parallettes, anything works. All right, I'm going to start now. So I'm going to use the rings for today and the box variation of your pistols, okay? So we're going 10 of both and 9 of both, all the way down to 1, okay? Let's start. So 10 dips down, and now for pistols. So I'm just going to do 5 on each side. And then 5 on the opposing leg. And then we'll be going back to the rings and hitting our round of 9. So it's really important when you do this box pistol variation that you want a solid surface to do it on. We don't want that box flipping while you're trying to squat. And by squeezing that toe into the side of the box, we create some good stability there. Well, nearly lost my balance. All right, so that's the round of 9 down. Now I'll be getting back onto the rings and hitting our set of 8s. How are you guys following so far? Oh, cool, we've got likes from Maisie and Dave. Welcome, guys. And Chi, welcome. All right, so that's the round of 8 finished. Now getting back onto our pistols, 4 on each leg. All right. So now, guys, we're moving on to our set of 7s. It catches up faster to this protocol because you're not getting much rest in between. And each time when you get to that last rep, it feels like you're close to failing, okay? 7 reps. And then back onto our pistols. How are you guys doing your pistols this morning? Onto the box, the couch? What are you doing? All right, onto the set of 6 now. This is tiring, Gary. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Got to get motivated on this holiday.
I don't think we have many viewers this morning.
They're going to feel so bad on Monday or Tuesday that they're going to rewatch all of the streams over the weekend and do them all.
I hope so, Gary.
Do 4 hours.
4 hours back to back. All right, we've got our set of 5 next, guys. Now this is very hard. By the time you get to your set of 5, you only have 15 reps left of everything. So it does get easier, you just get more fatigue. All right, let's hit it. 5 reps. And 3 on this leg. I'm favoring my right leg a little bit. A lot of work there, isn't there, Gary? All right, so we've only got 10 reps left of everything. Let's start. So we'll get onto those 4s. Oh. All right, so just 3, 2, and 1 left to go. Does get easier, guys. Two reps. And then just 1 of everything. And then you guys get a little 2-minute break, so get pumped for that. So one dip, one pistol. All right, take your 2 minutes, guys. Enjoy your little rest. All right, guys, welcome back. So today we're going to do a bit of Tabata work. So you can use this playlist called Tabata Songs, and that's going to give you a list of songs that have a 20-second timer and then a 10-second rest programmed into them, okay? I'll try and put that more square on. So you guys can listen to those for your tracks today. I'm going to use the Smart WOD app, which is this one. I've got 16 rounds, 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, already programmed in, okay? So you can see that. This is how I'm going to plan for my Tabata. So when I start this, you'll hear it count us in and count us out. Now, Smart WOD app.
What? Oh, Smart WOD.
WOD, yep. Workout of the day.
WOD.
All right. So we have 4 movements that we're going to be utilizing for today, okay? What we're going to start with is box jumps. So you're going to jump from 2 feet, landing with 2 feet on top of the box. And then you can step or jump back down from there, okay? If you're not comfortable doing that, you can simply step up to the box, feet together, and then alternate like so, okay? So you're not being forced to jump. You can, however, find a smaller ledge, a little step ladder, something like that, to use as an alternative. A stack of bricks would also work. That's movement 1. Next, what we're going to do is called a glute bridge foam roller curl, hamstring curl. So I'm going to get in nice and close to this foam roller. I'm going to bring my heels up onto it and drive my hips high. I'm then going to pull my heels in and push out. Like that, okay? And this really fires up your hamstrings. It's very good for activating them, and it basically gets all of that hamstring fiber switched on. So it's going to feel quite difficult despite there being no load there, okay? I'll get more in the camera view so you guys can see that a little better. So again, heels up on the roller, squeeze the bum, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. All right? That is our foam roller hamstring curl. Very effective. After that, we're then going to get into some kettlebell swings. Now, if you don't have a kettlebell, I'm sure you have a trusty backpack. This little beast is from Kmart, $8. Lifesaver. So I've just put some weights in there for today. You just hold the two straps like this, and now you have a kettlebell. All right? If you have access to kettlebells, by all means, you can use them. Otherwise, you can even hold a dumbbell, just holding the head of the dumbbell like this, and doing the exact same movement pattern, okay? Now, when we do this movement, we want to keep the heels down and that back arch. So we're pulling our shoulder blades and bum together to arch that back, keeping more tension on the hamstrings and glutes, okay? And that's going to be a much stronger position than if you were to lose that position into flexion, all right? Next movement we have, goblet squats. So whether it's the backpack, dumbbell, kettlebell, anything, you're going to hold it up on the chest, elbows down, and squat, and recover. That is our goblet squat. So you're just holding a weight up on the chest for that. So it's going to be 8 minutes of work, alternating between those 4 movements, okay? So I'm just going to grab a kettlebell here. No, I'm not, we're all out. So I will use my backpack. Lucky you guys. We're all out of kettlebells. All right, guys. So I'm going to start this clock and then we're going to get straight into it, okay? So that 20 seconds working that Tabata is actually for max effort. So we want to get as many as we can during that time frame before resting the 10 seconds in between. All right, guys, we go start timer, click play, and it's going to count you in and out, okay? Let's get it. All right, and then it counts you in for your rest. So driving the hips up high for this, and pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. You might feel that roller get away from you a little bit. And this burns your hamstrings, guys. And rest. So now we're on these trusty kettlebell swings, backpack style. So we're just keeping that back arch the whole time as we do this, making sure that nothing goes into flexion when we are under load. Next, we have our goblet squat. So we're just going to pick up that dumbbell or the backpack, hug it on the chest, and then hit those reps. All right, that's one full rotation down. So next, guys, we are back onto our box jumps. Really hope this microphone stays on me. Back onto our foam roller hamstring curls. Get the bum nice and close to the heels. Oh, that burns, guys. It's very deceptive. You can get a lot from that one. All right, back onto our kettlebell swings. All right, back onto goblet squats. How are you guys going at home? Is anyone watching? Help. All right, that's 2 full rounds through, guys, so we've got 2 more to go. Back onto our box jumps next. All right, foam roller curls. Oh, this burns. Oh man. That gets you faster than Romanian deadlifts, I swear. Why are you giggling, Gary?
Just your commentary.
Huh?
Which one we on?
The Tabata.
No, on the list.
Huh?
On the list.
What we are on now is kettlebell swings, but this is a backpack. We were just on the foam roller hamstring curl. You guys will be able to hear my knees crack a fair bit during this. Feel free not to mimic that. All right, 1 more set, guys. How good is that? Nearly there. Oh man. I have a feeling Gary's turning this into a meme. Kettlebell swings. Bet you guys have never put your backpacks to so much use, hey? It's not just for carrying chihuahuas. All right, and done, guys. All right, thanks for joining me on that. Let's have a 2-minute rest, and when we get back in, we'll go through our conditioning work. Okay, guys, welcome back. So what we're going to do now, okay, we have a 10-minute AMRAP, which means as many rounds as possible. We're going to do 12 box step on and over. Now, we can do this holding a dumbbell or wearing your backpack. I'm going to show you both. So you just step up and off the other side, turn around and come back, okay? So this is how it's going to look. We're doing 12 every round. So bring that dumbbell up onto the chest or wherever you're comfortable carrying it. Step up, turn around, and step off. Okay? You can do this wearing your backpack as well, which obviously is a little more comfortable. And if you don't have a dumbbell, that's very accessible too. All right, backpack, good. All right, next, we have thrusters. So we're going to use dumbbells for this. You're going to rest the head of the dumbbell up on the shoulders with the elbows forward, okay? As we squat, that stays in the same position. As we come out of that squat and lock the hips out, we punch, locking that arm out and getting the head through so I can see the ear in front of the arms if I were to stand on a side profile, all right? So we're gonna rest the head of the dumbbell up here. Feet out, big breath. We're gonna squat, drive, and punch. All right, that is our thrusters. Now, if you don't have access to dumbbells, you can use anything for this, okay? Matt has these little sandbag things here. You can even do a thruster with this. So, squat and press, okay? That works too. Now, when we have finished our 12 box and 12 thrusters, we're going to get into some Australian pull-ups. Now, you can use the rings for that, like we did in our warm-up, or you can use a horizontal bar. We could also have, if you were to tie a knot in the sheet, put it behind the door and close it, and then pull it through. You can hang from the sheet and do your rows like this, okay? Just like Matt posted about a little while ago. So for our Australian pull-ups, you're going to lean back from the bar. You're going to lower down to straight arms and pull back to the chest. Now, the further under your feet are, the harder this gets. The further back, the easier this gets. So if I'm here, there's not a lot of load, okay? If I'm here, however, it's a lot harder, okay? So try and pick a level that's actually quite challenging for you and something that you can get a lot out of. Can we get a 12-minute timer? All right, guys, so we're now going to have, 10. We're now going to have a 10-minute workout, and we're going to do 12 reps of everything, okay? So 12 step on and over, 12 thrusters, 12 Australian pull-ups. And we're just going to go through this as many times as you can within that window of 10 minutes. Is everybody ready to get started?
Yes, we are.
Thanks, Gary. All right. So I'm going to do this with the dumbbells instead of the backpack because I don't get to use them too often. And then you guys following at home, feel free to use the backpack for the step-ups or anything like that. All right. So once we get this clock started, we'll get into it, guys. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Gary. So 12 step on and over.
I feel like this is the most practical looking exercise I've ever seen.
The most what?
Practical looking exercise?
Yeah.
Like what you do in real life, you know, just walking up, carrying stuff.
Yeah. How many times do you walk upstairs holding your groceries? When you're at the beach and it's all late and you've got to like walk your picnic basket back up. All right, so that's our step ups. Next we have thrusters. Surely this is the most functional we've seen.
That's true.
Now we have our Australian pull-ups. All right, and then we're back onto our step-ups. Isn't this fun? Your legs are going to be sore after today's session, guys. We've had a lot of leg dominant movements.
Then you can eat as much chocolate as you want. Well,
What's
not
that?
really. Then they can eat as much chocolate as they want.
As much chocolate as your legs can carry.
It should be an agreement that you have to do this exercise to then be allowed to eat all the chocolate, all the Easter eggs.
And back onto our Australian pull-ups. And then our step-ups. What are you guys using at home? Is that you?
Maybe. Maybe they use their children.
4. Back into our thrusters, so squat and press. Ten, 2 more. All right, we're back onto our step-ups, guys, and you've got just under halfway left, okay? You guys are doing so well. I bet you'll never be scared of stairs after this.
Try living in England where, you know, every house is pretty much 2-story.
No thanks. All right, we're back on the thrusters, guys. Nine, 3 more. All right, we're back on our Australian pull-ups, guys. Nine, we got 3 more. 10, 11, and 12. Well, doesn't the time go so slowly when you work out? $11 and $12. Four down. $10, $11, $12. All right, Australian pull-ups. My hands are so sweaty right now. This must be what it feels like in Queensland.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing it. Yeah, or Darwin.
In Darwin, you're sweating anyway because there's a crocodile in your living room.
True.
Apparently. Apparently that's true 100% of the time.
Oh, only 30 seconds left, but let's put another 5 minutes on the timer.
Last one for me. And time, guys. All right. Fantastic effort from everybody.
Let's do it again and put another 10 minutes on the timer. So let's start again.
Not keen, mate. All right, guys, I want you to take 2 minutes rest. I'm just going to pack up some gear. When you get back, we'll have a stretch. Good luck. All right, guys. Now, for any of you who may not have awoken from your chocolate coma yet, you can rewatch this on Facebook, YouTube, and I think that's
Twitch.
It. And Twitch. For those of you who know what that is.
Come on, Christy, you
Right.
can do it again. Just another quick 10 minutes of all of that exercise.
All right, guys, so we're going to go through a little bit of a stretch. Good morning, Christy. Happy Easter, and happy Easter to everyone else who's just tuning in. So we've smashed our legs this morning, so let's give these little guys a bit of attention. We'll start by getting onto the hamstring, so rolling onto the back, one leg up. We're going to pull that toe down towards our face and try and extend that leg as much as possible, okay? It's a very humid morning, so get this over and done with as soon as possible. It's a good bit of conditioning today, guys. All right, we're going to change sides now. Stretch out that hammy. All right, we're going to bring our ankle across the knee, pull that knee into the chest, guys, and hit that glute and lower back. Change sides. All right, we're now going to sit up. I want you guys to take one knee forward and one leg back so we can get those glutes even a little more. Hope you guys enjoyed this morning's lesson. Definitely smashed me. Shout out to the Fig 88. Sunday is Easter. Question mark. Why do Australians always spoil things a day ahead of us Americans?
We live in the future. We're like 13 hours ahead, somewhere around there.
We're 13 hours ahead, but like decades behind in some ways. Change sides.
So yeah, what is it, like 8 or 9 p.m., somewhere between 8 to 10 p.m. there?
Do you know who that is?
Someone on Twitch.
Really? Shout out to Twitch. Thanks for tuning in.
9 p.m. That's right, yeah, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So they're 12 hours ahead, behind. It's a time for a late night fitness session.
Stepping into a lunge, guys. You're going to drive the hip forward, lean the chest back, and just stretch out that hip flexor. It's a bit toasty over here, the Fig 88. Hope it's cooler over in the US where you are.
Well, yeah, the opposite seasons. So.
Yeah. But we're kind of in between two right now.
True, but coming out of
We're
summer.
like mid-autumn or fall. Change sides. In this position, just squeeze your butt, drive that hip forward, open up that hip flexor. Maybe we need to like spruce this stream up to get more Americans watching. I'll get an eagle tattoo on my leg.
America.
We need Donald Glover here. All right. Let's hit those shoulders. Oh yeah, that's perfect. 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Let's
Thank
do an
you.
exchange program.
Thank you for putting the Celsius in there. I don't think I would have worked that out otherwise. That is very cold. It rarely drops to the single digits here.
Change.
Like, well, where we are in Perth, in WA. It does get much colder on the eastern states, but yeah, it rarely gets like below 10 or 51. It's always in like but cold for us is around the low 10s. That's like
Yeah.
super cold for us.
Triceps. The temperature here never gets as low as my self-esteem, so.
Although you know, I lived in England, you know, I was born in England, so even summers you get very, very cold days.
Change. All right, guys, it is done. Now go treat yourself to some chalky eggs or bunnies, depending on what your little go-to is. I've already had my porridge with peanut butter today, so that's my little gift. And now I'm out to get some coffee. You guys have the best morning.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thanks to Fig. Thanks for popping in. And everyone else coming in and saying hello. You know, probably not the best time for doing exercise because I'm sure you're all just wanting to eat chocolate and lounge about on holidays. Yeah. You'll catch us tomorrow as well, same time, 8 a.m. And yeah, also don't forget, if you can support any of the coaches via Patreon, that'd be fantastic. I'll just put that link in the description there. And yeah, thank you for watching, and we will catch you later on.